Okay, welcome back to the Shane Plays Let's Play series of Serpent in the Staglands, which is a very atmospheric, artistic, pretty game, styled like the 90s games, for example, Darklands, and rumored to be incredibly hard, especially in the first few hours. So, all I've done so far is done character creation, and I only created 3 characters. My main character, Trallin, and then these two sort of I was able to create quote unquote avatars because I'm a god, evidently a moon god who's been stranded in the mortal realm, and then we're gonna explore around and see what's going on. So Elric is the sort of diplomat character I created that has a crest that he carries around. Trallin is supposedly me, the moon god in mortal guise, and then Ren is this. I'm hoping she's going to be a female fighter type. I don't really know a lot about the interface yet, so we'll mess around with that and see. Wow, that's okay. So I can use my keys to move around, or I can, kind of do the traditional up and down with the actual mouse cursor. As you can see, the field of view is pretty limited. So if I click on Ren, what happens? It just selects her, and she's selected over here. So it'd be the same as if I did this. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so this is options. I can save game, load new game, settings, or leave game. Let's look at settings. There's not a whole lot. There's gameplay. Hotkeys and auto pausing. So I may look at those later. I'll just leave them as they are now. Quick save. So if I hit that button, then I do a quick save. Okay. Or I can hit Q and it'll quick save. Okay. Let's see here. Now I know these are books. These books are kind of like your skills for each character. I just know that from looking at the manual a little bit. So let's see, attack. So if I click that and clicked attack, I guess I could attack something, which I don't want to do. I can select everybody. I don't want to attack. Can I escape out of that? Okay, yeah, I just right click. Stop everybody. Change order, which I'm not. So if I wanted to move that there, okay. So if I wanted to change order, I hit that. Okay, got it. Party AI aggressive. Hold on. Party AI passive, aggressive, or party AI off. I'll put it on passive. Does that mean that I'm on passive, or does that mean that I put them on aggressive? I think that means that, okay, I think they're on passive now. Character, inventory, journal, map, and reform party. I don't know what that means. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, well, X out of this. Okay, so character. There's Ren. I guess she's got 25 hit points. I spent her stat points. Her armor class is 0. Shows how much physical damage, dodge chance. Okay. I don't know if these are inventory slots. Okay. So I didn't assign my main characters. I've still got 2 stat points. I need to give him. So I'm just kind of looking through them. I don't know what. Perception increases natural hit chance for spells in combat. I'm going to give him 1 point in perception. intelligence because I want him to be kind of a spellcaster, I think. Alright. Spent. Okay, now I have 2 skill points, so let's look in these books and see what I can do. So this is the War book. Tome of War. I have 2 points that are available. And I have no idea what these do. Quick Strike. Bash. Critical Slash. Reckless Offense. Rally. Any weapon. Rally your party into combat. Your invigorating courage manifests as physical shield for you and those around you at the start of the battle. Rally begins its effects after your first melee or ranged attack at the beginning of combat. Slayer. Refine your ability to kill the monsters of Bowl. With more knowledge on your enemies, you can make more proficient attacks in killing. Okay, I have a feeling... So this is quick spellbook, and then there's quick aptitudes. I don't know what. Okay. Quick spells. I don't know. Arg. Let's figure this out together, shall we? Okay, so I have 2 skill points. Ah, I see. So, I see. Okay. So the skills are evidently separate from these books. Okay. Harbinger. Those endowed with Harbinger abilities do not simply follow the pack like a mindless sheep. They dominate and intimidate every encounter. They make weaker vessels shiver in their paltry boots while drawing followers them like flies to a jar of honey. Harbingers are not known just for their forceful personality, but also for their ability to inspire followers to whatever end. With Harbinger, one can gain favor of constables and arbiters, and by boasting of their tales, they can yield larger rewards for bounties and charismatically sway others to their side. Harbinger skill uses. Collect summoning horns that will call a variety of kinds of creatures to your side that will protect and follow you to whatever end. Huh. Curious mortal might find many things around him to examine. In quick skill book, choose Harbinger aptitude, and with aptitude cursor, select the object you wish to examine with skill. Okay. Alright. Nobility. With nobility savvy, one can impersonate highborns and utilize your social position as a spicer, which is what I'm going to pretend to be in this game, even though I'm a god. I'm immortal, guys. By getting access to places otherwise closed off to common folk. With knowledge of nobility, one can understand and use Viking crests, which have the commanding aura to be able to manipulate and control specific enemies. With nobility, you can open more doors for yourself with noble houses and consuls in the Staglands and reap what services they can offer to a spicer of quality. Carry a Viking crest in your inventory that will turn into an ally on use. Okay, so my other guy has one of these. A curious mortal might find many things around him or her to examine, and some of those things might be better examined with knowledge of nobility. In quick skill book, choose nobility aptitude, and with aptitude cursor, select the object you wish to examine. Okay. Woodwise. In a country where so much of the land is unsettled, knowledge of woodwise gives you an edge when exploring forest and wilderness. With your keen nose and eyes, you can decipher markings. Sorry about that, I got distracted for a second, bringing another window on another monitor. You can decipher markings and warnings in nature, as well as you can lay traps and detect and disable traps. You will also be able to boon your companions if you keep watch during rest breaks, etc. A friend of animals and forest creatures, you understand their tongue, can converse with those willing to stop and talk. Lay down sap, oil, and claw traps that will trip up and harm your enemies. Multiple traps may be used at any given time. Detect and disable traps as you're exploring. Curious mortal might find... Okay, so... Philosophy. Steeped in tomes and scrolls of the ancients, philosophers love to speak with other scholars and clerics and can garner information about the world around them based on their previous knowledge of lore. Because of their otherworldly wisdom, philosophers have the unique ability to converse with the demigods, known as the Bloodless, who generally dislike all mortals, but make concessions for humans with a thirst for knowledge. Philosophers are also adept at ciphering ancient runes and can speak to thieving imps who have the power to drain attributes from one mortal and give it to another. With enough skill, they're able to discern the nature of any mortal nearby. Philosophy skill uses collect thieving imps trapped in jars that will allow you to steal stats from your companions at no cost to you. Do I want to detect the nature of mortals around you? Curious mortal, okay. Linguistics. I feel like that's supposed to be important from what I've read. Speaking and understand the tongues of monsters, spirits, and other races is a much prized skill for a traveler in the Staglands, helping you win friends with unconventional and misunderstood parties, and deciphering runes and ancient tomes. With linguistics, you can unlock the powers of the incantation book and use its runes to curse your enemies and control the elements. In the incantation book, you can type chants that will be shouted at nearby friend or foe and chant certain items that make changes to the environment. Incantations require a prefix and an action word. And if your curse is aimed at a mortal or item, the true name of your target. Amongst the better skilled apprentices of linguistics, it is common to use incantation books to pickpocket neighbors with the simple curse Vrosk Rife George. The prefix Vrosk aiming the spell at a mortal, the action word Rife indicating interior pickpocket, and George being the poor soul about to be short of brooch. A curious mortal might find things. Okay, yeah, and herbology. The patience and knowledge of crafting potions and tonics to ease ailments is a skill known to few. Use your herbology skill to gain the confidence of herbologists in the Staglands, as well as create potions that augment your strength, cunning, ability, agility, and magical resistance. With an herb kit and a brewing pouch, you can create a myriad of potions that boost your speed, physical, and arcane defenses, damage, potency, and accuracy. Okay, so for him, I definitely want a point in Harbinger. I like that. So much other stuff here. I think I'm going to do Harbinger and Linguistics. And I have no idea if that's a good idea or not, but that's how I'm doing it. Okay. So let me go to the Quick War Book. Let me open up my character again here. Quick War Book. Oh, okay, so evidently I can't do any of this because I spent my points on just regular skills, I guess. Yeah, I have 0 points available, but I'm supposed to unlock new grades of spells, increase your intelligence or occult. But now I was supposed to get some sort of spell with him, or I guess a +1 to that spell. Yeah, I get +1 Fearful Light. Now where did I... Okay, so I put everything into this. So, lesson learned. But I should have, if I go to my spells, yeah, is this Fearful Light? Yeah. Illumination School. Cast a ray of cosmic moonlight, which can shock enemies around into fleeing. Moonlight can continually radiate a fearful glow as long as held by the sorcerer. Okay, so I do have one spell out the gate, evidently, which is... I don't know how this works. Fearful Light. Is this telling me that I can do more than one type of spell? Oops. I shouldn't have done that. I turned myself into a cat. I don't know why, but I did. guess I can't. I guess I do have more spells than just Fearful Light. Okay. I don't know how much. I guess I'll just have to figure out how often I can cast spells and stuff like that. So this just, okay. This is just, I don't have any quick skills yet. And I can use, okay, so these are the skills I can use, and I put points into linguistics and harbinger. So I guess I could look at something. What was the one? Was it philosophy that let me try to figure people out? I guess not. All right, I'm gonna stop fumbling around here. Got 2 skill points, and I definitely want her to be a fighter. So, note to fighters: to unlock new grades of skills for yourself, increase your strength or dexterity. Whether you dabble in arcane or prefer the feel of steel, you can use up to 3 skills at any time. Never fear that your past skills will gather dust. As many skills increase the potency of others, even while unequipped. Okay. So, okay, so grade 1, grade 2. What is this? Mind crack. Imbue your lashing weapon. Seismic swing. Staggering thrust. Protective prayer. Okay, so I guess I can't use any of the grade 3, 4. I can only use grade 1s right now. What is this? I'm trying to make sure. What does this do? Quick strike, light weapons. Training for speed over inflicted pain. Your weapon of choice will slash and parry. With bash, heavy weapons. I guess I need to see what any melee weapon. Hone your sword arm to be able to land attacks on it. Okay. Oops. Okay. I think I should wait and see what weapon she gets first. You're not taking any notes yet. So I can add notes here. Recent conversations. Okay. Let's see if we can't figure this out. Go to character. Now he has, in his inventory, he should have a seal. That's why I chose him. Alright, what is this? Okay, so he has the seal. Oh, I don't have enough nobility skill to use the Viking shield. So I need to go here and give him some nobility, because that's what I brought him for. Alright, so I'm going to give him 2 points of nobility, because this is exactly why I guess I can't give him more than 1 right now. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else. What can you do here? What spells you got, dude? What can you do? Elric. Yeah, I'm gonna save his points. Okay. Let's figure things out. So I'm going to got my main guy. I'm going to talk to Erlene here. Finish up here and I'll meet you outside, my lord. Very well. We'll meet then. Okay. So what is this? The statue just depicts you beckoning the first settlers to safety. Can I tab? There are no items on the ground. Okay, so tabbing in this game does not show you everything that is interactable in a scene, as a lot of other games have gotten to where they do. It shows you if there's any items on the ground. So the fog of war is pretty limited here. You know, you can't see very far. Now this lit up, which showed me, I was like, oh, that's something I can interact with. I wonder if I can change that scrolling speed. Okay, those are some stairs. I'm not sure I want to go out yet. Okay, so as you go behind stuff, it goes transparent to let you keep seeing your party. Oh, there's something I can do over here. This table is full of books and notes written by Erlane about the history of the temple and his predecessors. You see some familiar names, who all were humble servants of centuries past, but don't find anything particularly useful that they did. Okay, so that's just flavor text, as it were. Oh, who's this guy? Wilhelm. Greetings, traveler. Can I be of aid to you? I can say, what do you do here? Erlane said you might be willing to escort me to Emerald Metalis. What aid would your company bring? I guess I'm supposed to go to Emerald Metalis. Do you know where I can find the Stormmaster? I'm going to say, what aid would your company bring? I'm handy with throwing elixirs, and I'm a good woodsman. My ma and pa would often send me out to set traps before I joined the order at the temple. I say, hey, I'd like your company, join me. Hey, but I don't trust you not to run off into your beloved woods. Bind Wilhelm's soul to do your bidding, or I am not in need of your services. I'm going to say, yeah, I want you to join me. So that'll be handy to have a wood person. And he can throw elixirs, which I guess is this game's version of potions. Now, this thing about bind Wilhelm's soul to do your bidding, basically in this game, people can join you, but then like they may be like, hey, I'm done. I'm going to go back to where I came from, or whatever. Or I don't want to go in there with you, so I'm leaving the party. Or you can soul bind them to you because you're a god, right? A little g god, right? Because there's a lot of gods running around in this game, evidently. So I don't want to do that unless I have to, I guess. And I'm gonna say, hey, I'd like your company. Join me. So now your new companion hastily packs a satchel for the road, and you are on your way. Okay, so now I've got Wilhelm. Let's check out Wilhelm. He's a Verikov acolyte. He has 0 skill points. Let's see what he's already got. He doesn't have any. Oh, he's got 1 in explosive trap. Cool. And does he have anything else? What else has he got? Skills in. And he's got 1 in Woodwise. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see if he has any inventory. This is you? Let's go to the inventory here. So this is Wilhelm. I guess he has one of these crests. Crest of the House Kerr. Crests are usually made from expensive gems and metals and crafted to depict the image of the house itself, usually their family, creature, or initials. House Kerr's crown is embellished upon the surface and grants its user mind control of a monster in combat, augmenting their movement speed. Nobility levels required for use. Right click to activate, left click target to use. See, I should probably give that to this guy. Oh, everybody has a crest. I wonder if that's a bug. Because I thought only this guy was supposed to start with one. Anyway, who knows? Okay, so he's got elixir vials that do damage of 1, a pack of volatile elixirs that combust on impact. Most elixirs are chemical reactions, mostly comprised from resources, etc. Best used from a long range and minimize risk of damaging your own feet. Who's this? Acolyte cloak. Cloak belonging to an acolyte from the Lumen Fortin, expensively dyed and well sewn. It's a garment that grants both warmth to its wearer and a show of wealth. Okay, what's this? Padded leather armor, AC +2. I have no idea what AS means. Physical, so it adds -2 to physical difficulty check and -1 to spell difficulty check. CS +2. I don't. What is this? Elixir pack. Carefully designed leather sets for transporting elixir vials. Okay, so am I supposed to put them in there? Okay. I don't know if this, what is this? Okay, so he's wearing that. Okay. Okay, so I'm kind of getting how this works. I don't know how this works. So Wilhelm has stuff. Can I talk to Wilhelm? Or Wilhelm? Okay. What is this? Oh, I guess I have to go around. What is this? As you approach the book embedded into the wall, you notice dried blood on its spine, and a slight metallic odor hits your senses. With a sense of foreboding, you move forward undaunted, decide that satisfying your curiosity isn't as important as keeping your limbs intact. I'm going to move forward undaunted. When you reach out to touch the book, you feel a sharp pain in your finger, and you're surprised to see your own blood streaming out of it. A blank page opens. As your blood drips on it, the book absorbs it as if it is ink. You press your finger to a page. Drop the book, and I'm going to press my finger to a page. Weird. Huh. So that's weird. Alright, did I take any damage when I did that? Evidently not. Okay. Let's see what else is going on around here. Oh, who's this? Lumen acolyte. Greetings, visitor. My duties don't allow time to converse. Excuse me. Very well. Oh, if only I could tell him who I was. He would not brush me off in such a manner. There are lots of books around here. Okay, so I'm going to go into the options. Let's see if I can turn this camera scroll down. See if that'll make a difference. Yeah, I think it's helping some. Alright. A large tome dealing with the clerical duties and reports within the temple. The trivial nature of the manuscripts within are of no use to you. Okay. A disorganized number of volumes pertain to anything from sheep herding, species of creatures to the east, and agricultural studies. You gather a landowner must have browsed the selection. Shelves of books pertaining to local histories of the Staglands. Though glancing through titles, you don't find anything pertinent. Shelves of books about the mechanics of woodcraft. You find volumes which detail fishing boats to wagons, though nothing of importance to you now. I have a feeling I'm not going to find anything. Shelves of books related to plants, flower, and edible fungi. Without more insight into the subject, thumbing through the pages doesn't really interest you. What's this? So if I hit tab, it's going to show me stuff that's on them. Alright, so I'm going to pick up that torch, and I'm going to pick up the writing tools. So now I'm going to go into inventory and see what I got here. A short wooden stave with a rope firmly bound on one end. The dried rope has been soaked in a flammable oil. And this is a small scholarly toolbox filled with various tools for writing. It has a Lumen Fortin insignia of the Moon Lord engraved on the back. Most writing of books or manuscripts will be done in a monastery such as Fortin, being one of the few places to learn to read and write. You gather that this box of supplies would be quite valuable for trade, despite not having the tools used for illuminating a manuscript with flecked gems and powders. The components are an ink vial, a clay vessel, a cut quill, a shaving knife, various cloths. Huh, interesting. So, what if I put that there? No. What if I put that there? Alright. What if I put that there? What if I put that there? What if I put that there? Huh. Oop. I just wasted the torch. They're probably aghast at me for lighting a torch. Let's see if I can... Nope, I cannot put the torch out. So, alright, live and learn. Shelves of books pertaining to bronze craft, providing insight into anything from agricultural supplies and craft tools to simple weapons. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, there's a little cabinet. Oh, what's that? Tab. Torch, kitchen knife, salted meat. Alright, so... Inventory. Where's the kitchen knife at? Oh, so we have a shared inventory. Okay. So there's the personal inventory. Oh, so we all share the same inventory. Okay, that's why it looks like everybody has a crest. She's so far as my fighter, so I'm going to give her the knife. I had heard something in some of the reviews that I read about shelves of simple volumes that are covered in pictures and diagrams tell a variety of stories, legends, etc. I can't make out a pattern. Okay, so I've heard you basically begin with really weak weapons, like, oh, where's select all? There we go. Like, you know, you may be lucky to get a couple of butcher knives. So, shelves of books relating to Necholai scholars, research of longbows. You imagine this information is quite valuable. And what's this? A dusty book. That's it? Just it's dusty? Can I take it? Can I take the dusty book? I guess not. Acolyte. Greetings, visitor. My duty is not only time to converse. Excuse me. Alright. So I want everybody selected. Now I've heard about these barrels. Evidently sometimes they explode. What's this? Oh, a cloak. Alright. Hopefully it won't. What did I get? Rin is bogged down and sap spill. So, does that mean, what does that mean for nothing yet, I guess. So, what is this? Okay, so it's serviceable cover to your armor and equipment and provides good insulation. It's dyed red and orange. So, this is not, it's just, what do you call it, cosmetic. This table includes some spools of braided sinew, dried leathers of various sizes and stack sizes, and many sheets of parchment. A well-used awl is placed on top of a stack of the heavily manuscripted stories about the history of Lumen Fortin. You consider that you should have given Arlene more work to keep him busy, but succeed that the art is well inked. So it's what is this? Anyway, what I was going to say is this is very flavorful. Like there's stuff just sitting around that would be in a monastery that isn't necessarily, you know, helpful to the game, but you know, piles of manuscripts and leather and awls which used to punch up. That's, you know, that's how you make books or bind books. So that's really interesting. They're putting a lot of thought into this. What is this? Duck soup is stewing. Let's see. So this must be the kitchen. Peering into the oven, you see a thin flat bread. Peering inside the oven, you see a tray of hard cookies. Hey, stranger, hands off. Okay. Well, darn. Maybe he'll leave. Are you gonna leave so I can get in there? I guess not. Let me go talk to him. He'll probably tell me he's too busy. Oh, can I aid you, stranger? Tell me of your duties. At Lumen Fortin, I do as Lord Erlene bids, but I mostly look after the tomes and scrolls. Mayhap I might venture from the hold to gather new text to add to our collection, but only with my lord's leave. Where do you go to find these texts? I have the most luck scouring the markets of Quorum and Rumen, where scholars and guild houses gather. Quorum has the most reliable stock of new publications, but you never know what wild scrolls the philosophers of Rumen might produce in their cyan-induced haze. It mostly makes it worth the risk of passing near the northern woods. So I'm going to make a note here in my external, I have another browser going here, so I'm going to make a note of that real quick. I have a browser window open. Whoop. Okay. Let me talk to him again. Do you partake in the Solstice Festival? Hey, that I did. And all of the other acolytes, too, for that matter. Lord Erlene traditionally starts the festivities by rolling out 5 and 20 barrels of sweet honey wine at the first sight of the new moon, and the acolytes form a ceremonial line to push the barrels to the courtyard, singing songs of blessing and goodwill for the coming season. What happens at the festival? The villagers of Lumentarg gather in the square around bonfires and sing praises to the Moon Lord, who ruled the skies for so long and will be missed in the coming summer months. Dancing and drinking contests follow, and midwives swear that babes conceived under solstice moon are born blessed. Does the Moon Lord join the merriment? Many a maiden that might turn a dance into a solstice dalliance excuse their behavior by claiming their lover was the Moon Lord himself. But as it is unlikely that the god would take the form of a dozen men in a night, their words carry little weight. I have more questions for you. Tell me of your duties. What kind of text do you purchase? Mostly studies in star lore and the movements of the heavens, but also philosophies, histories, and advancements in physics and mechanical arts if we run across a text of interest. Why is Lord Erlene interested in accumulating texts on astrology? This is the temple of the Moon Lord Necholai, and thus we devote much of our study to noting the movements of the sky. What do you do with this knowledge? We study the lore of the stars to be one with our Moon Lord, and to mark the passing of his moon and watch the cycle of seasons. Scholars come from many districts to gaze at the heavens and learn the patterns of the night. Pray peruse the text at your leisure. I see. Pray excuse me. Okay, so I can't... Boy, I really want to... Because this looks like a kitchen, so I'm like feeling like there would be knives here. And darn it all, I can't go in here. Uh-oh. Well, I guess I have to fight. Well, I really didn't mean to fight him, but I did. So what happened here? Let's go back up through this. So I opened that up. I guess you only get one warning and then you get into a fight. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Now, from reading the manual, if that door was closed, then nobody else knows what happened. So I guess they won't count it against me. Wow. So what happened here when the fight started? Elric is bogged down. Ren is bogged down. The spawners are caught pilfering. Ren dodges an attack from Acolyte dodges attack. Trallin does 1 damage. I did that. Acolyte dodges attack. Wilhelm does 2 damage. Wilhelm does 1 explosive damage. Okay, so Trallin can't puncture Acolyte's armor. Elric can't puncture. Wilhelm does 9 damage to Acolyte. Nice. So, okay, so what is all this? I don't know what the twinkling noise is, so Acolyte cloak, all emeralds. I feel bad, but I didn't actually mean to do that, so. And all damage 1d4. A bookbinding all. The handles is sanded and waxwood engraved with a mark on the back of the grip with a symbol you can't distinguish. Inserted into the top is a thin bronze spike that comes to a very sharp point. It seems large and sharp enough to pierce even leather for bookmaking. Okay, so it's just a glowing yellow amulet that seems to be almost pulsing with fierce bright energy, but I don't know what it does. Well, I feel bad, but I don't feel that bad. I guess I'll take this all. I don't know what to do with this. It's pulsing with energy. Elixir pack. So I guess if you're going to use the elixirs, you put that in there, and then you have to have your weapons, so your ranged ammo goes in here. Alright. Let's give somebody else a cloak. He's nobility, so I'll give him a cloak. Let's see what's in here now. Nothing. All that for nothing. Or maybe that's the stuff that came out here. You know, I do kind of feel bad about that, to be honest. But I don't feel that bad. Ren, come here. I should feel awful about it. Alright. Who's this? Stormmaster. Attack spells. Like anything? Nothing. Elric is bogged down in sap spill. What is this? Oh, and I got some rope. Alright. Let's go talk to this guy. I'm in charge of temple goods. I can sell you some supplies if you're in need. The festival wiped out most of my stock, but I can show you what I have. I'll take a look. What does he have? What is this? An herb kit. Potion of healing. I don't even know if I have. How much money do I even have? What is this? Elixir vials. Elixir pack. Brewing pouch. Okay, so is this everything that they have? I don't even know how much money I have. I don't know that I have. Oh, okay, so he's got all kinds. So this is... So they've got different kinds of stuff. What is this? Camping rations. A wood pouch of camping rations sealed with a wrap. The expendable items inside are enough to get any adventurer back on their feet after some time for rest and eating. The contents are usually fire starters, salted meats, etc. Alright. Ooh, what's this? Healing fungus. Huh. Alls. What's this? Cooking pan. Used for cooking and heating food. So you can use it as well. Do I even have any money? I don't even, hold on. What do I even have? I have 76. Whatever the emeralds, I guess emeralds is the, okay, so what is, it does 1d6 damage. What do these alls do? 1d4 damage. What's this? Camping rations. Edible heart. A nutrient protein heavy muscle. This heart is deeply reddish brown. Has a thin layer of fat on top. The entirety of it is edible, so it's recommended to at least sear it prior to consumption. Either way, it will provide a small regenerative boost. See, I don't know what I need here. I'm buying a frying pan. I guess that's all it takes to buy stuff, is just drag it in. I guess I'll buy some of this stuff, and I guess I'll buy another torch. I guess this stuff doesn't stack. I don't know. Yeah, it does stack. Buy a couple of hearts. I don't know what to buy. That'll have to be it for now. I don't know. Oh, I've got 39 here. I have 39 emeralds left. Okay, I'll wait until I hopefully know a little bit more of what I'm doing. Okay, so, alright, you're using an awl. Now you're using a frying pan. What is, she's got a, what is this? Kitchen knife, does 1d5. Okay, I'm gonna give her a frying pan. What does he got? I'll let him use elixirs, and you'll get that. Is this everything? Have I checked everything out? I've seen everything. If I talk to him, he'll just say, meet me outside when you're ready to go. Oh, there's another one of these. As you approach the book, you notice dried blood on its spine and slight metallic odor. And I'm going to back, I mean, I've messed with the other one. Maybe I'll find out later what they're all about, but right now I just don't have a clue. Alright, let's go here. Okay, and we're about 50 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the video here. Hopefully, as the Let's Play series progresses, you know, we'll get through the, you know, fumbling around and figuring out the interface and get into some action. Even though I guess we lambasted and beat down that one acolyte. I feel pretty bad about that, but such is. Thanks for watching. This is the Shane Plays Let's Play series of Serpent in the Staglands. Very atmospheric game with 90s sensibilities. Hardcore, old school role-playing game. And this is number 2. So if you would just, you know, give a thumbs up and leave a comment on YouTube, and that'll help me out a bunch. And I will see you for video number 3.